Good morning and Merry Christmas. Today is going to be one of the more challenging ones I've ever done, so let's get into it. The Trinity of the Godhead 3 in 1 is like a network we Christians can access for the purposes of growing our faith and serving His kingdom. The picture of the Trinity as a network was given to me so I may understand it with my simple human brain. Genesis 1, verse 1 to 2 says, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering above the waters." So in the very first few sentences of the Bible, it starts to give us a clue about this Trinity. God created and the Spirit of God are spoken of separately. The Spirit of God was above the waters. When I read that, I picture a fog over all the earth, poised and ready to work. In John 14, verse 26, it's a wonderful verse that clearly outlines the members of the Holy Trinity. I'll start here. "But the Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things and will remind you of everything I have said to you." These two verses give us some great insight and make me feel more confident in my picture of the Trinity as a network. Let's look at how a network works. First, you have the network itself. In this analogy, this is the Holy Spirit. An internet network needs to cover a great expanse to reach all the customers who will access it. In this case, it is the whole earth. Now, every internet network has an origin, usually referred to as a central office or CO for short. I suppose heaven would be the CO here. In these central offices, there are server racks where the internet for these customers originates and is powered. God Himself would be the server rack here. And Jesus is the operator, salesman, and installer for the customer, which is us. Every house connected to a network will have some sort of connection point to the home. Usually these come in a little box on the side of the house called a NID, which stands for Network Interface Device. The great similarity here is both the NID and Jesus require one thing before they connect to us: our consent, our acceptance of the service. I think our NID would be our soul, which Jesus interacts with via His Holy Spirit network. The wonderful thing about Jesus' network is it is free. Oh, I feel Mennonite ears perking up. He paid the cost so we would have free, high-speed access to His network. So what can we do with this information? This basic idea. We must access the network. He paid the price so we could, because He desires us to interface with Him. By this logic, we should feel desired, wanted, and we should know this network did not come cheap. He paid the highest price so we could use it. Praise Jesus.